encourages me to continue to be of service to my fellow man, where I spend the majority of my time, at work. And a little shout out to Tim Sanders. Love is the killer app. Intellect without love is just a bunch of noise. And this is a very well written, heartfelt message encouraging us to remember to maintain our souls and love for our fellow man, where we spend the majority of our time. And so I really started searching the shelves of the bookstore and found this great book called Visioneering by Andy Stanley. What an amazing book. It's big picture visioneering information. What's it mean to have a vision? What's it mean to have a God-given vision? And what's necessary to bring a God-given vision to reality? And Andy used these techniques, clearly explained in his book, to create one of the largest mega churches in the country. 3 campuses here in Atlanta, accommodating over 15,000 attendees on a Sunday. Wow. And thank God I was invited there, where I was working, selling millions of dollars worth of computers at a Hindu-owned and operated company, family-owned, who reprimanded me for being a Christian on more than one occasion. And a Christian came in, Dr. Dorsey Deaton, thank you Dorsey, I always remember you, came into my computer showroom and invited me to North Point Community Church. And it was the beginning of an amazing journey, a spiritual journey, to really find a relevant, applicable faith experience. Visioneering, great book by Andy Stanley. Then a corresponding book, Parallel Message, The Dream Giver, Dr. Bruce Wilkinson. What an amazing man. He's the author of the bestseller Prayer of Jabez. This is great book, easy read. This is eye-opening, visioneering information in a clear, concise manner. Also corresponding DVD. Definitely recommend the book, recommend the DVD. So as I continued to work in the marketplace, carrying my faith with me, now that I was allowed to be a man of God, where I spend the majority of my time at work, I started really looking into Truett Cathy's story. And I would definitely recommend this book. It's Truett Cathy. It's Eat More Chicken, Inspire More People. Brilliant book. One of his earlier books. I definitely recommend this one. It's easier to succeed than to fail. Wonderful book about a very successful businessman, Truett Cathy, who wasn't given this opportunity. He worked very hard to arrive at his current business success without compromising his faith or family values. People first before profits. I have 2 copies of this, free. Come see me. Good information, guaranteed. And then I realized that perhaps if I work for a Christian, I should spend my money in a godly manner. And shout out to Dave Ramsey. I love you, Dave. Total Money Makeover. And trust that I'm going to make good on that $63 million check. We're going to change the world, Dave. Make it a better place. Total Money Makeover. If you haven't heard of Dave Ramsey, check out his website, daveramsey.com. Very important debt-free living message based upon personal testimony, or your biblical principles. Must hear his personal testimony. Incredible story. And I'm talking, kitty. Incredible story. And a 12-week Bible study in local churches in your community called Financial Peace University. A 12-week program with your peers to understand what does it mean to live beneath your means according to biblical principles. Debt-free living. High five for Dave and Crown Ministry. I've also benefited immensely from Crown Ministry. In the meantime, I recognize the need, to not only read but take care of my body. This is a great book, Bill Phillips' Body for Life. 12-week program to mental and physical strength. Wonderful book. I have before and after pictures, and it's important, mind and body. No neglecting the mind and the body. And the spirit, of course, and nutrition. And so, when I was working for a Hindu employer, it just confused me greatly that I was being reprimanded for being a man of God, being an honest, ethical, moral person. How novel. So I was given a week's vacation with pay to really think about my future employment with a Hindu company. At that time, this movie was in the box office, and I went to see it. I said, well, nothing wrong with me. I need to change my environment. If you haven't seen this movie, brilliant movie. I quit my job. Then what did I do? I went looking for a honest, ethical, moral employer to work for. I left the computer industry that I love very much. Bill Gates is my hero. I love Bill. Bill, you need anything, I'm here for you. I'll wash your car, clean your house, dust your keyboard, you name it, I'm here for you. I've watched you closely for over 20 years in the computer industry. You're amazing. You're my hero. Bill Gates. Bill Gates. Bill Gates. I love you, Bill. Bill. Where's that book? Bill. Yep. Message for you. Bill. Love is the killer app. I really love what you're doing, Bill Gates, with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Awesome. Philanthropy rocks. That's my goal. College educated with honors. Want to be a philanthropist. Go figure. So as I started really improving my brain instead of destroying brain cells, I started developing my mnemonic skills, not just rote memorization. If you're not familiar with mnemonics, check it out. And as I continued to read, I came across this guy on TV named Dr. Amen. Amen. Making a good brain great. And I thought, well, I got a pretty good brain. I got a good brain on my shoulders, but I want a great brain. So I started doing the research and listening to his audio CDs and reading his books, great information. And I realized that I have control over what I put into my body, which influences and directly influences my performance. And I realized as I did more research in the power and performance capacity of my mind, I picked up Gene Carper's book and studied closely nutritional neuroscience, realizing there are supplements and nutritional foods that I can take that will greatly improve my brain functioning. Your Miracle Brain, Gene Carper. And also Stop Aging Now, another great book with Gene Carper. And I just turned 50. I'm proud of my physical fitness levels and my brain functioning, and I'm determined to do a better job taking care of myself in order to live a fulfilled life for the next 100 years. And then I came across this book. It's written by a reverend. I'm going to get that phone. Someone wanting free books. I read this book, written by a reverend in California, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. It's brilliantly written by Dr. Joseph Murphy, a man of God that clearly understands the power of our complete mind. Not just the 1/6, the conscious mind that's in operation in our waking moments, but the 5/6 below the surface, the universal spiritual mind that controls all our bodily functions and keeps us alive and functioning as human beings. And I started really exploring what this information means, how is it relevant to me, and how can I apply it in my personal life. And that brought me to brain age exercises, starting doing exercising the brain, the message of the secret. I love this message. The power of the law of attraction. Your dominant thoughts shape your reality.